2024 was a big year for cubing. A lot of big competitions, some controversies, some changes, and most importantly, a lot of fast solves. I'm going to rank all the things I've gathered from worst to best. Let's start with, in my opinion, the most uninteresting thing this year. In the B tier, we have the clock revolution. That's what I call it. I don't exactly remember what happened, but I think it's a new solving method or something that allows you to solve the back and front simultaneously. If you look at the results, there isn't a single average or single solve that was done before 2024. There are only solves and averages from 2024 and some from 2025. Now, moving on to the A tier, which is packed with interesting stuff, including the FMC World Record scandal. FMC, or Fewest Moves Challenge, is about solving the cube with the lowest number of moves. In cubing, there's something called God's number, a very epic term for
the highest number of moves it would take for a computer to solve it.
Some people have still managed to do it, but it's unusual. This guy apparently set a new world record by getting a mean of 19.67 moves. Many people were skeptical because it shouldn't be possible. Then we found out that he was the only delegate and made the scrambles 43 days before the competition. That's a lot of time to memorize the scramble and solution. Now this guy has an 8-year ban from WCA competitions, so don't cheat. Now on number 6, which is the first ever sub 6 second one-handed solve by this guy. Yeah, very crazy. I wanted to learn one-handed for a while and make a series out of it, but then I threw that idea in the trash. Now on number 5, which is new world records. We have a new 5x5 world record average, a 7x7 world record average, a one-handed world record average, and a new 4x4 blind average after 3 whole years. And there are also some singles, like 4x4, 7x7, and a 3x3 blind single, as well as a mega mix single and average by the same person. That's a lot of new world records. But let's move on to number 4, which is a new rule from the WCA. Frame-by-frame analysis is now allowed. We'll go into why later, but if you or someone recorded a solve and the judges aren't sure if you, for example, still held the cube while you stopped the timer, the judges are now allowed to look at the footage and determine if you're guilty even after you signed. This wasn't allowed before. Now let's come to the podium and the S tier, with the most interesting things that happened this year. Number 3 is the reason the new rule was made, because of Yihang Wang's 2x2 world record scandal. It sometimes started or stopped the timer while holding the cube. Many people said that wasn't right and a lot was written about it. The WCA removed the world record and introduced frame-by-frame analysis. If you think that I forgot something to rank or you disagree with the ranking, write it in the comments below. Number 2 is that we have 77 new sub-5 3x3 averages. And most of them were from Yihang Wang, but I don't want to count how many they did. It's a lot. Now let's come to the most interesting thing that happened this year. At the end of the year, Xuanyi Gang, who's 7 by the way, did something crazy. We thought Yihang Wang was on top, breaking world record after world record. We thought no one could beat him until now. On December 15, he solved the cube 4 times in the second round. In cubing, the best and worst times don't count during an average. If you have 4 solves done, you can calculate the best and worst possible average. His best possible average was 3.94. The first sub-4 best possible average ever. Never have we been so close to a sub-4 average. On the last solve, he had to get a 4 or 5 or lower to break sub-4. But he threw it and got a 503. Anyway, 2024 was crazy. If you want to see another crazy thing, you should watch this video where I rank the best ways to learn algorithms.